Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about problem from HackerRat September Circuits 2020. So the problem is maximum borders. So in this problem we will be given a table with n rows and m columns, and each cell will be colored with white or black, and there will be created by black cells, and we have to determine maximum border of these shapes. And a shape is set of connected cells, and two cells are connected if there is an edge between two cells, and there is no shape as a whole in it. And a black cell is represented by a hash, and a white cell is represented by a dot. So we have to find maximum number of and we have to find maximum border of this shape. So let's see this using an example. So in this table, this is the shape created by a black cell. So we can see this is creating a shape, and these are the borders of that shape. So we can see there is a borders of line segments. So in this shape we can see that this border is of length 5, this border is of length 1, and this contain 5 black cell, which is obviously continuous, and this contain only 1 black cell, and again this contain 5 black cells, and so on. So we have to determine maximum length of borders of this shape. And let's take another example. So in this example we can see that there are two shapes created by those black cells. So this is one shape and this is one shape. So in this table we have to determine maximum length of border. So in this shape the maximum length of border is this is 6, and again this is also 6, and so for this shape the maximum length of border is 6, and for this shape the maximum length of border is 7. So overall the maximum will be 7. So its output will be 7, and let's see how we can determine maximum number of borders. So we can see that these borders are open to left. So this is the one border, this is one border, this is another, and so on. So these borders are open to left. That is, if you consider this edge or this border, then this is open to right, because there is a body left to it. So this is not open to left. These green borders are open to right, and there are total 4 directions, that is top, bottom, left and right. So and these are open to bottom. You can see these are open to bottom, those green borders. So and also these are open to top. So we have to determine maximum length of borders, and we can do this in 4 cases, and we have to take maximum of all those 4 cases, which will be our result. So let's see the code and we'll get to know more in the code. So let's see. Initially I am taking nm as input, which is number of row and number of columns, and I am taking characters as input in a table, which is s of ij, and sij is initialized here, which is matrix of character of length 1000 and 1000, and for time limit 1 second constants cannot be greater than 1000 and 1000. So I am taking 1000, and for case 1 I am passing the original matrix, that is, and also I am taking a temporary matrix A, which is which has size same as S, and yeah, we are in case 1, and I am storing result for case 1 in result variable, and this is the function which has no parameter since all these are global. So and even n and m are global, so it has no parameter. And for top we are calculating maximum length of border, and the code is very simple if you look at this very closely. So I am iterating over the rows, and then before that initialized a result variable which is int min, since we have to find maximum, and in every row we will find count of borders, length of borders, which is count equals to 0 initially. Again I am iterating over every column for every row. So if aij is black, which is hash, then we will make it something invalid, and also if ai plus 1 and j, that is cell in the next row but the column is same, so if that is black, then we will make that invalid also, because for you can see, since we are considering top view of this table, then if I am calculating this border, then these two will not participate in every other border, and since these two columns are beneath this border and we have already calculated its length, so it will not participate in any of the length for the top view. And since we can see these have not participated in this length, since we have already covered this in this length, so again these 5 black cells have not participated in this length, which is 1, so we'll make all these invalid. So we are making the next row invalid if this is black, and incrementing count to 1, and else if the cell is already invalid, then we'll again check if the next cell is, that is cell in next row but the column is same, and then we will again check if the cell beneath that invalid cell is black, then we'll again make that cell to invalid. So we can see, since these are invalid, we have already made that invalid while traversing these row. So if this cell is invalid, then we will also make this invalid, and also this invalid. We are making this invalid if the previous cell is invalid. So, and again I am calculating result equals to max of result comma count, and then count will be 0. And again if aij is dot, that is white cell, then we are not making that invalid or any of the cell invalid, and again updating result to max of result and count equals to 0, and we are taking result equals to max of count for every row and returning result. So why we have not changed the next row to invalid for any white cell? Because you can see for this case, if we change this invalid, then if we again traverse over this row, then this will not participate in length of borders. So that's why we are not changing this invalid if the cell above this is dot or white, because if the cell is white, then obviously this cell will be open to air, we can say, or open to atmosphere. So, and this is the top length we have calculated, and I am returning this in a result variable, which is we have called with no parameter. So, and initially a was same as s, which is original matrix, and now for bottom view or for bottom borders, and we can update a equals to bottom of sj, that is you can see we will change the nth row to 0th and 0 to nth row or n minus 1th row. and again I am calculating result equals to max of this function and result, which is initially this, the top, and this is the bottom. And again I am taking transpose to calculate left border, that is maximum of left border, and again taking result equals to maximum of left border and previous result. And for case 4 we are again taking this transpose and changing and reversing the rows, that is if I is 0 then this will become m minus 1. So, and I think this is easier part. This is just transpose of matrix, and this is also transpose, but we have exchanged the, or we have reversed the rows of the transposed matrix, and we have calculated the maximum result for right borders, and again updating result and printing result. So this is it for this problem. For any doubt you can comment down below, and thanks for watching.